Okay, so hi guys, my name is Alex. I am CEO of Netpeak RadASO. At Netpeak RadASO, we are working with applications to increase mobile visibility, applications visibility, to increase number of installations. We're working with App Store optimization. We're working with Apple Search Ads. We're working with localization, with performance marketing for mobile applications. But today you had heard about previous topics about search engine optimization and pay-per-click advertising, which is about search. It's about web search, about acquisition people using like search, like Google. So my topic will be also about search, but about search inside App Store, because it's like pretty, in some cases, let's say similar, but I think that it's pretty interesting because a lot of people are using mobile applications, mobile like penetration is really very high. So App Store optimization, I think it's something more new. And today I will not talk more about myself and about our clients. I will start from presentation because I have really a lot of content. So let's begin. And let's start from like the most basics to understand what we are talking about. When you have an application and somebody need to download your application, people can go by the link from your site to, for example, App Store or Google Play or other app market. But people can like find some link in your website. People can find link to your product page on App Store in social media. For example, you can work with paid user acquisition from, for example, Google Universal Campaign, etc., etc. But more than half of users will download your application only after for searching inside App Store or Google Play. So when we are talking about App Store optimization, which is pretty similar to search engine optimization, we have like two main goals. We need to increase app visibility. So more people will discover your application, and we need to increase conversion rate from view to installation. So, combination of these two factors of high visibility and high conversion rate will give you a big amount of installations, what is really a goal for all the applications. So App Store optimization is like pretty similar to search engine optimization, and we just need to work with some, like product page elements to increase your app visibility, and it's like pretty similar. If we are talking about statistics, so 65% of Android users and 43% of 65% of iOS users and 43% of Android users will install the application only by searching for it. So it's really a huge amount. That's why, you need to use one of two tools to attract these clients. First of all is organic about App Store optimization. And second one is Apple Search Ads, which is pretty similar to Google Paid Search, but inside Apple Store. For Google Play, you have Google Universal Campaigns, but there are some problems because in Google Universal Campaigns, you couldn't like show your advertising only inside Google Play. You will show your advertising inside Google Play, inside Google Search, inside Google Display Network, inside YouTube. So in a lot of places, Google will decide. But if you're talking about Apple Search Ads, which is pretty cool tool, so you can show your advertising inside App Store and you can get really a good results. So now I will try to speak about two most important things, what you really can do, I think that it's pretty easy to do, and to increase your app visibility. And recommendation number one is to create your app title using brand name and specific search terms, which can describe your application, what is about. For example, you can see the screen of Nike Running Club. It's an application of like running coach. And now I just want to remember that we are talking about App Store. It's screen from App Store product page. And you can see highlighted the title of application. In App Store, we have 30 characters limit to create our page title. And the best formula to create page title is to use your app brand name and to use some specific search terms which can describe your application. So of course, you need to use the keywords with the highest search volume, which in App Store called sub, search as popularity. So really good example, I really like it, of Nike Running Club running coach, because you have like both of brand name and category description. And I will show you an examples of a good and a bad app titles, because I think in this way you will better understand what I'm talking about. For example, we have an application Zip. I even don't remember what is this application about, but when you have only your brand name in your app title, now looking on these screenshots, we can say what is this application about. It's like some application about like tracker of our activities, or maybe it's another application about, I don't know, cryptocurrency or trading or something like that. So it's not only important for people, for us to understand what is about this application, but it's also, of course, important for Apple to understand and to show this application by some specific keyword. So it's like a bad example and a great example about Nike Running Club, running coach. So I just want to repeat that we have like brand name, we have some specific category keywords. We need to identify these keywords by providing for some keywords research to understand how people are searching for our application, how people, what needs has our users, and we need to cover it in app title. But app title is the most powerful ranking element in App Store, so you need to have your app title really created great, and it will influence on your app installation, increase of app installations. So recommendation number 2. You need to optimize your app subtitle to increase visibility within additional keywords. You have not only your app title, but you have also subtitle, which has also 30 characters limit. And of course, you need to use other specific keywords to describe what is your application about. But very important thing is that you don't need to create duplication of keywords. So for example, if you have word app in your subtitle, you don't need to use this word in title, because you will not get twice higher ranking, or you will not have any boost on your ranking. So you need to use words in your app title and to add additional but not the same words in your subtitle, and in this way you will cover twice more keywords and your application will get twice higher ranking and higher visibility. So subtitle is the second most powerful field in App Store, and you always need to work with it. And I will show you some examples. For example, a bad example is an example of GPS watch workout. You can see subtitle Utsiri. I even don't know what does it mean, guys. Maybe you know, but maybe it's some specific words, how people are searching for this application in some region. It can be, but I see that this application used only 5 or 6 characters, but they had more characters to add additional keywords and to get boost on visibility. And a good example of subtitles is an example of Nike Running Club. You can see this subtitle, workout app and distance tracker. So it's really great combination of title and subtitle, and you need to use it to increase your app visibility. Okay, recommendation number 3. Don't forget about cross-localization, and I will show you some cases. I think that cross-localization is the most powerful and interesting thing to increase your app visibility and number of installation. Because when we're talking about classic search engine optimization, we need that if people are searching for something in Spanish, you need to have Spanish language version. If people are searching for something in English, so you need to have English language version. But App Store works in a little bit different way, because in App Store we have 39 localization worldwide, And the most interesting thing is that in some countries, we have not only one localization, we have more than one. For example, in Ukraine, we have Russian localization, Ukrainian, and English UK. And if we are talking about such countries as the United States, we have 5 localization: English, Spanish, Arabic, Russian, and Chinese. So, for example, when you have application for the United States, you don't need to optimize only one English US localization. You can optimize all 5 localization, and you can use one of 2 main strategies. Strategy number 1 is pretty, let's say, classic. If you understand that people are searching for your application in English, in Spanish, in Russian, so you need to create your app title, app subtitle, keywords, app description, and everything in English for this localization. And for Spanish localization, you need to create everything in Spanish. For Russian localization, you need to create everything in Russian. But it's like one of the strategies. Other interesting strategy, which is, I think, not such popular, but works really very good, is strategy when you can use all of these 5 localization and you can optimize all of them using English keywords. So in this way, for example, when you have application for the United States and you see a big search volume, a lot of keywords in English, you can create your app title, subtitle, and keywords for English US localization, like one set of metadata. For Spanish localization, you can create another set of metadata, but using different words. In this way, you will get like 2 localization good optimized, but 2 of localization will contain English words. So it's a good strategy, and you need to use it. Going by using this QR code, you can go to our Google Docs and we have all the list of available localization for all the countries that you see. And for example, when you have application only for one country, you need to always understand which localization you have for this country. If you have a worldwide application, so you just need to prioritize this localization and optimize all of them by going from the most interesting markets from markets with highest revenue, highest number of installations, highest searches popularity, amount of keywords. So going in this way. And I will show you 2 case studies just to understand how powerful is app localization. For example, OLX is Ukrainian-based application, one of the biggest online marketplaces for Ukraine. And we started to work with OLX. The goal was to increase app visibility and number of installations. And we had seen that this application has only optimized only Russian localization, because it's pretty smart. A lot of people in Ukraine are speaking in Russian. They are searching for information in Russian. So the guys from OLX provided optimization only for Russian localization. But they missed optimization of Ukrainian localization and English localization. So we made like pretty simple thing. We optimized additional English UK localization and Ukrainian localization, and we got 74% increase in visibility in one day during the update of new metadata sets. So, guys, cross-localization is really very powerful tool. So I recommend always to use like the document which I had shared before by the QR code, and you always need to understand which localizations you can and you need to optimize for the country. And if we are talking about worldwide application, is I think much easier because in case of measuring type is like an application which using ARKit technology to measure distance from 2 points, to measure distance, for example, of the table. So these applications, we provided optimization for all the world, and we provided optimization of all 39 localization. And in several months, we get increase of installations from 0 to 20,000 installations per month, which is really a good result because this is application with not a high search volume, search popularity. So we get results in a lot of countries and we get really an incredible increase of installations. So cross-localization is not only for optimization for some countries when you have like local application, is also for all the world. And I really recommend you to use this thing. Recommendation number 4, you need to optimize your screenshots to increase conversion rate. You know, when your application has really a good visibility, and for example, you already has 1,000 or 2,000 or 10,000 installations per month, you need to start to work with visual app store optimization. If I'm talking, when I say visual app store optimization, I'm talking about app screenshots, which you can see on the screen, and I'm talking about app icon. But of course, app screenshots is the most powerful tool to increase conversion rate. And for example, when you have applications with 10,000 installations per month, and you can increase app conversion from view to installation from 2% till 4%, you can increase volume of installations from 10,000 till 20,000. So it's really powerful instrument. You need to work with visual app store optimization, but you need to do it only when you already have a high visibility and a big number of installation. When you have 10 installation on or 20 installation or 100 installations per month, you don't need to work with visual app store optimization, because you know, like, you will spend a lot of time, money, and your resources, and you will not get such significant increase of total number of installations. Some general recommendation, for example, to create a good screenshots, first of all, you need to analyze your competitors and you need to analyze how your customers are searching for your application. During this analysis, you need to create some hypothesis list. For example, you need to create hypothesis based on competitors. For example, you can say, maybe if I will add somebody on a first screenshot, it will impact increasing of screenshots. Or maybe if I will change the background color of my screenshots from yellow to green, it will also impact on increase of conversion rate. You need to create the list of all these hypotheses. And when you have the list of these hypotheses, you need to test each of hypotheses. You need to you don't need to, to implement all of the ideas at the same time. You need to understand, for example, you need to change only the background of your screenshots. You need to run A/B testing, and you need to answer the question, is this really this implementation has a positive impact on conversion rate? Or maybe I even have some false on conversion rate and it's a bad idea to use it. So I want to say, guys, that if we're talking about screenshots is not about creativity. Screenshots is about numbers, about a lot of A/B testing, and about a lot of research of your competitors. And I will show you some examples of good and bad screenshots. For example, the same app, GPS Watch Workout, you can see only 2 screenshots on your screen. And on the first screenshot, you can see some workouts list. On the second screenshot, you can see only the map of like tracker of running or of cycling or of other activities. And these screenshots, they are not pretty, they not looks pretty good. And another example, an example of Nike Running Club, you can see really a great screenshots. You can see like that every screenshots like describe some idea. For example, your guide to a better run, guided runs, track runs, tracking plans, join challenges. And you know, people, when they are looking on these screenshots, it's very clear and they understand all features of these applications, and they can say, oh, cool, I really want to track my performance results, or oh, some recommendations is, or some training plans is what I really need, and I will install this application. So it's a good example of application. And you know, when, for example, if you will see applications, if you will see screenshots of some big really application. For example, a few days ago we were discussing screenshots of TikTok. You will find that in different countries, TikTok has pretty different screenshots, but different because they are testing like different ways of creating screenshots. They understand that content consumption in different countries is pretty different. For example, people in China and people in Ukraine and people in United States, people in United Kingdom, people in Spain can their consumption of content is pretty different. So they need to test and they need to optimize and they need to create hypotheses for all the market and to get really the best results. And number 5, the thing which maybe looks like it's not relevant because we are talking about Apple search ads, and Apple search ads is about paid advertising. It's not about organic. But you know, guys, a big problem in App Store optimization is that we have really a lack of data. For example, in search engine optimization, in pay-per-click advertising in Google Ads, we have really a lot of data. We have a lot of tools to analyze our competitors, to see some results, to track how people are, what people are doing inside our website, and a lot of information. And if we are talking about search engine optimization, we have really a lack of data. And Apple Search Ads is the best source of data for our App Store. First of all, let's speak what is Apple Search Ads. Apple Search Ads, it's something pretty similar to Google paid search, but inside Apple Store market. So when you are typing for some keywords, for example, when you are searching for a running application, and somebody want to promote their application, they can get in the first position and pay for each step to the application. You know, in Apple it called tabs, but it's pretty similar to clicks in Google Ads. The idea is the same, but the other name. So using Apple Search Ads, we can increase and we can attract new customers. We can attract new installation pretty fast, but we will pay for each step to our application. And our Apple Search Ads campaign can help us in 2 ways. First of all, you can use Apple Search Ads discovery campaigns. You can create discovery campaigns inside Apple Search Ads to find new search terms. It's a good strategy, you know, when you are working with some exact keywords to increase your number of installations, but you also need to create discovery campaign with a broad match of keywords. And in this way, you will find really cool, amazing keywords with low competition, which will attract you a lot of installations. And another thing that you can find the most valuable search terms using Apple Search Ads. For example, you can understand that some of keywords has much higher conversion rate from view to installation. That means, for example, when you have 2 keywords with the same visibility, but for example, one keyword has 10% conversion rate and another keyword has 40% conversion rate. With the same visibility, you will get 4 times more installations using in your App Store optimization strategy keywords with a high value with high conversion rate. Let's see in some examples. I understand that like it's pretty a lot of information, but I will explain it's like pretty easy. We launched campaign for Germany, discovery campaign to find new keywords. And we found some interesting keyword MIPIO. Mipio is like the competitor of our application, but we are talking about Apple. We are talking about Apple Store and about Apple Search Ads. But this competitor is absent. The application of this competitor is absent in App Store. So this application is available only in Google Play. So, a lot of people will go to App Store to search for this application because maybe they knew about this application, maybe somebody told that it's a cool application, but now they will not find the application inside Apple Store. So it's pretty easy and a cool strategy to take these keywords and to implement it in our App Store optimization strategy. Because if you're talking about App Store, we have keywords field. Keywords field is one of the ranking factors in App Store. You can add up to 100 characters, a lot of words in your App Store optimization strategy for each of localization, and nobody will see which keywords are you using. So you will get significantly increase of visibility for the brand name of your competitor, but it would be invisible for everybody, for your other competitors, and you will just get a lot of installation using this keyword. And number two, when you have a lot of keywords, you have keywords with a different conversion rate. In this screen, you can see conversion rate from view to installations from 10% till 46%. So the idea is pretty simple. You should work with keywords with the highest conversion rate, because these keywords will give you the biggest value and the biggest number of installation. So you need to analyze these results, and you need to use Apple Search Ads as a data source for your App Store optimization campaign. And it's like a summary of my presentation, all of 5 recommendations. Let's say it's a checklist, what you need to do, like the most important things. You can do much more things to optimize your application in App Store, because I was not talking, for example, about in-app events. I was not talking about keywords optimization, about keywords field, about other things. But the most interesting thing what you can do easily and significantly increase your app visibility is number 1 recommendation. You need to create your app title using brand name and additional specific search terms which will describe the category and some keywords with high search volume, with high search ads popularity. Number 2, you need to optimize always your subtitle to increase visibility by additional keywords. Have you had seen on an example of GPS tracker, they even didn't use the subtitle and they added like some strange word, but you need to do it because it's a really powerful ranking element. You guys never need to forget about cross-localization as a really high performing and a magical thing which can increase your app visibility and increase coverage of relevant keywords. You need to work with screenshots with visual app store optimization, but you need to do it when your application already has a big number of installation. Even screenshots has influence not only in app store optimization, not only in organic traffic. You will have you will see increase in conversion even in your Apple Search Ads, Facebook, Google Universal campaigns, and on all traffic sources which you will use to attract customers to your product page in App Store. So you need to work with your screenshots. And idea number 5, you need to use Apple Search Ads as a data source for your App Store optimization campaign. Not a lot of people are saying about Apple Search Ads as a part of App Store optimization, but we are using it in a lot of cases, in a lot of projects, and it's really a good combination of 2 channels, of 2 tools to get much higher result. So this combination is really very cool. And the last thing, if you want to optimize your application and you want to know really about something interesting, not about the most basics of App Store optimization. So you guys need to subscribe to our App Store optimization channel, RadASO Telegram channel. Our channel is the biggest Telegram community related to App Store optimizations. So you need definitely to subscribe, and you will get the best information, the best experiments, and we have really a lot of life hacks there, which you will never find in other sources. So thank you, guys. I hope that all this time I was speaking with you, that I hadn't not problems with internet, and I hadn't speak with my PC. And if you have some questions, you can ask me.
No, Sasha, everything was perfect. We have two questions, even three. One is from me. The first one is from Alex. Are those recommendations relevant to the Google Play Store? Because you've mentioned only about the App Store.
In Google Play, you have some other elements which is important. For example, in Google Play, you don't have subtitle and keyword field, but you have other elements like description, short description, and full description. So my presentation is more about Apple Store. I love really Apple Store because you can get results much faster. So it's relevant for App Store, but something like screenshots, app title, they are also relevant for Google Play.
Okay, perfect. I see. So quite the same things, but in different forms and in different fields. But the principles can be the same. Yes.
Yeah, the idea is the same. Like it's I just want to to compare that it's like working with Yandex search engine optimization and Google search engine optimization, and maybe even Yandex search engine optimization and Google is much similar because the ranking factors not the same, but the main of them is the same. Like you need to add like title, H1 tag, content to all pages. But yes, the idea is the same. You need to select all keywords, and in case of Google Play, you need to optimize your app title, short description, full description, and it's the main elements to optimize for keywords optimization.
I see. Thank you. Can we get the first results in App Store ACO?
Oh, if you're talking about App Store, on example of OLX, we get first results after release of metadata. So you can see results in 1 day, but we always recommend to wait 5-9 days. And in this time, you will definitely see the difference in results. Or if you don't see the difference in results, so it means that your new title, subtitle, keywords are not better. It's not better than your previous ones, or you made something wrong.
You have to work on it mostly. Okay, so and I have also one more question. So if I implement all those 5 tips that you've shared with us, so is it like enough about the ACO, or there is like a big background, a lot of different work to do? Of you've mentioned, of you told us the whole main principle. This is like all about ACO, and that's all.
No, of course, it's not all of what you need to do working with App Store optimization, but it's the most is the things which we see the biggest number of fails. So I recommend you to focus on these elements, but you also can work with another things like keywords, in-app events. You can work with subscriptions. Description is not working in App Store, but you can work with app icon and a lot of other things. But these ones, let's say, maybe I want to add keywords optimization, and it would be like a great a bundle of things what you need to do, like in basic level, to get results.
I see. Okay, so it's like the basic one, but not the list is not ended. Okay, Sasha, thank you so much. It was pretty cool, and I was glad to see you. And have a nice day, and see you at a Netpeak agency.
Thank you for this opportunity. Hugs. Bye.